The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, A Domain Divided. I am the storyteller tonight, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Dr. Katarina Rakosi of Clan Zamitsu.
I am Jen of Thieves, and I am playing Sunday Booth of Clan Hakata.
I'm Reen. I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red, and I'm playing Gwen Schultz of the Ministry.
Hi, everybody. I am the Reverend Sarkhan, and I get to play Rurik Rakosi, the best Samitsi sire there has ever been.
I'll leave that one right where it is. Last week, this coterie gathered, and they had a mission they wanted to do. They wanted to go and strike at the Sabbat, but it was a lot of misdirection for the Sabbat. Well, they struck at a building in the meatpacking plant. That was successful. The plant got burned down, even though the jokers that Kat took with her to do it, it's like the Four Stooges running through the whole place. There's only three of them, but there's an extra stooge in there just because that's the way they acted. But the rest of the group, they had a nice time finding a field that had blood, well, a field of blood, with ghosts in it and a line leading up to the ley lines. Nothing bad will come of that. And of course, Rashad went straight to 5 hunger again. I mean, it happens. I understand. But we ended the episode with Bo having one of the sisters of Cacophony. She called herself One. Ask him to come with her for an audition. Now, he had left the location or locate me app for Gwen, so she knows where he went at least. Maybe. But as we open up tonight, this is the next night because Katarina actually received a missive from her brother requesting a meeting in Elysia. Not just any Elysia. This is the Elysia that's over at the Call Point Park, which puts it on the Kansas side of the border, well inside Camarilla territory. So as we open up tonight, Kat has gathered her coterie, minus Bo, and they are en route right now to the Elysia.
Mm-hmm. So we're heading to Caw Point Park.
Probably not to just play around then.
No, it's a national park, so it's more of this land's protected, historical, that kind of park.
Still play around.
You can play around, but yeah, it's in Elysia. So right now, both sides are honoring Elysia, which is very odd, but they do. And Rurik has requested an audience. So I'm bringing you all with.
Any ideas why, or in particular?
I've been fucking up all his shit.
I meant aside from that. That's been going on.
Well, I guess that answers my question about whether or not we like him.
Rurik is my sire and my brother. He's also a Templar in the Sabbat.
You don't like him.
No, not even remotely.
Okay.
For the record, he had people put on my face and kill a bunch of people around the city.
And Rashad's too, not killing, but trying to get people to look like Rashad. But that got snatched up by the Second Inquisition pretty quick.
I mean, y'all got some nice faces, but that's still kind of rude.
The fact that, and she looks to Rashad, that they were able to pick up your imposter so quick makes me think that there's an informant on their side informing the SI.
Possible. It's possible I have some other way of watching us as well. Do you think this is a ploy to get you to act poorly in Elysium?
If it is, he's going to have to try harder than this. I know the rules.
Was it only you invited and or just like bonus extras or?
That's a question for the storyteller. Was it just an
It was just an invite to you.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not coming alone. Because I don't trust him to honor rules.
It'll be good for you to get to see it anyway. Get the vibes on how it's working given all the tension. Maybe see who's who.
There's no shortage of people I hadn't met yet, so I look forward to it for that reason.
It's not dissimilar to a family reunion, I suppose. Less violent.
Oh, that's only because it's Elysia.
So as you all are pulling up to the parking in the parking area, right there at the park itself, it's got an amphitheater in it. It's done outdoor plays mainly. But tonight, as you pull up, it's empty. There's no show tonight. Nobody's hanging around the park. You don't see anyone other than the vague figure of somebody over at the in the amphitheater part standing on the stage.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. He was always one to be a bit dramatic. And she gets out.
And as you all are approaching the stage, I'll let Rourke describe what he's doing on the stage right now.
Oh, full glam. 3/4 out. He's got a prop skull in his hand. He's taking the typical Hamlet pose in the Alas Poor Yorick, I Knew Him Horatio pose that everybody comes to know. And as I see them come up, I'm just going to drop the skull. Oh.
And Kat just claps. Very
You got a
slowly.
full party, huh? I would have brought party favors if I known.
I'm sure you would have.
You don't trust your own sire anymore?
I don't trust my own brother.
Ooh, family's difficult.
It is.
You knuckleheads mind giving us the room?
Cat just nods to you all.
I mean, for the record, I mind a little. But okay.
Walk around, I guess. I mean, not really much else to do.
Just gonna hook an arm around each.
I assume you're not going to go so far away that you can't watch what's going on. Yeah.
I'll hop down off of the stage and just kind of give a distance.
Mm-hmm. Because Cat's standing right like in the middle of the stone seats, not moving forward.
Well, you gained what you wanted. I'm out. Hands clean like Pontius Pilate.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Wow. What you want and what I want are two very different things, but Grandma has other plans. So you get something out of this.
Do I? Because it seems to me I don't.
I think you do, because you got one less Templar to worry about now. So anything that happens on that side of the river is none of my concern.
Yes. Well, needless to say, that side of the river will probably be ash and blood pretty soon.
Good for you. Good for you. Look at you not being a monster.
Oh, no, I never claimed not to be. I am what I am. I am what you made me.
I freed you. and no thanks I got.
Oh, yeah, you freed me, all right.
You want to go back to being just pumping out babies? They turn into ghouls back in the Albertus. Just baby factory. How far has that gotten you? Doing the same thing to your family now that was done to you?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I haven't
Really?
forced them to marry and procreate.
Right, but you forced your blood on them. Forced them to stay with you. Forced them to continue to be
What would have
anchors.
happened had I let them just go on their own? Tell me, Rurik, what would you have done to my family?
I mean,
would you have shown up for dinner and ate them?
I mean,
would you have broken into their house and attempted to murder them, thus killing their unborn child? I was pregnant when you did this to me.
I thought I did you a favor because I didn't want you to continue to be a slave to a machine. You were a cog before.
And you still serve her.
She's stronger than me. But she's not stronger than us. If you want to put down your petty difference and do something right by the world.
I've got problems at home first. And unlike you, I can't just tuck tail and run.
Wow, it's not like I had a choice. You and your band of musketeers have made it very difficult to continue doing business here.
Good.
And the bishop is losing control over the land. So,
Old Man Nelson, huh?
I don't know who that is.
Right.
But you know.
I know. Yeah.
Did you see Becky? Tell her I said goodbye.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm pretty sure she also goes by Jezebel.
Probably. Who knows? They've been keeping a lot of things from me. So.
Have they? I
That's
think
why I have no concern just walking away from it.
well, safe travels. I'm sure I'll be up to Jersey at some point.
Be careful up there.
You should know better than to advise me that.
Everything I've done, regardless of what you think, has been for you. Just so we're square. Just so we're square.
How has it been for me?
Cat. You were a cog in a machine bigger than you. Shit, I'm still a cog in the machine that's bigger than me. But you got out. I did that for you. Where would you be right now if not for me? You ever think about that? You ever look at your family that you've ghouled and you've extended their life unwillingly and think about what I've done for you? No, of course not. Because the good part of what the gift I've given you is just so small compared to all that hate you had inside of you. All that hate that grandma put inside of you. The shackles.
You
I got none on me.
are perfectly innocent in all of this.
No, I never claimed that. I did wrong. I've done wrong, and I will do wrong. But when I look at myself in the mirror, I know the monster I am.
So do I.
Good. Good.
Do give my regards to Grandma Ludi. I'm sure I'll be seeing her soon.
If you keep going this way, you're going to see her a lot sooner than you think.
Things are in motion.
Oh, I know.
I can't help that individuals on your side of the river here decided to do things that have pissed off the wolves.
That was something that I wish I had a hand in, because I would have guided them a different route. But what the bishop did with that thing, I didn't have a hand in.
That I believe. It's not your style.
I like to fuck with people.
Yeah, you do.
You saw what I did to Gwen. You saw what I did to your boy Rashad.
Yeah.
What I tried to do. Because you got your little spies in our network.
No, that
hasn't
wasn't
gone
us.
unnoticed.
That wasn't us. That was one of yours informing the Second Inquisition.
None of us are that stupid.
Codename Jezebel. Trust that.
You feel the stirring?
I've seen it. I have walked the Carpathians in a dream, brother. I know what's here.
All right. That's part of the reason why I'm getting out.
Good, you should. As you've told me once before, you're nothing but a fiend.
I wish things could have been different.
Hmm.
You got a lot of me and you. And it's not just because I made you.
One day we'll be a happy family again.
I don't know. You brought your friends, so that means you don't trust me. Don't
Not in
trust
the
Elysium.
slightest. I don't trust you with rules.
We'll see how the rules play out then, won't we?
We will.
Put my fingers in my mouth and whistle. for the Three Musketeers to come back.
Okay.
I just want witnesses to show that I did nothing to my dear sister, my childer, whom I love so much, and that I did not do anything to any of you while we were here, and I observed the rules of Elysium.
Oh, good for you. You
People
behaved
watching.
yourself.
People watching would have already assured that it doesn't need to go said.
I like the new face. It's better than that stuffy chef you had.
Wits awareness, everybody.
I'll take half.
Well, roll some dice based on what your wits awareness should be.
You got it.
Concealed
Would
objects.
Sure.
Would a spec in either ambushes or death apply?
Ambushes can apply.
That's not ominous.
And I won't search this time.
Look at you.
Search. Should have said.
2, 3, 3,
Yeah, three.
3. 5 on the willpower. Gwen. A shadow just detached itself from the trees behind the stage. It's a shadow you recognize. Hideo has just revealed himself watching the group.
I figured someone would be here. It was too quiet.
When she says that, I guess everybody turns to look and notices Hideo.
I see someone else didn't trust you either.
Picking that up. Gonna make a note of that.
I've only known you about 5 minutes, and that seems like a good move.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely like this new face.
She's great, isn't she?
Hideo.
I did not trust any of you.
Probably smart, I'll be honest.
No interest in violating the rules.
You can never tell. The company you keep doesn't always follow rules, and I just wanted to make sure his influence was not spreading yet.
Oh, put my hand to my heart. You wound me.
Not you either.
Hmm.
Mm.
The supposed Basarab?
Yes.
Mm.
Mirsha, he
Ah.
calls himself now.
Mm-hmm.
So not friends after all.
We are not enemies. But he is problematic at times, no matter how much he claims to have changed.
Not honorable, at least by your definitions.
Oh, he is very honorable. But mine and his terms of honor are not the same.
By your definition.
He will keep his word, but examine that word closely.
The devil is in the
Law.
details.
Cryptic as always, Hideo. That's what I love about you.
The contract is the contract, is it not?
If you need to get to me for whatever reason, Katerina, Hideo has been employed by our grandmother as a go-between, as a mediator, and as a invoker of good faith.
She cuts her eyes over to Hideo.
She has paid the price. My services are here to mediate, serve as go-between as needed. and to ensure any agreements reached are followed.
Hideo, was there ever an official agreement that the NOS would be neutral?
No,
They aren't neutral.
I was making sure they didn't violate terms.
there was no agreement that I was part of.
Unfortunate.
A lot of the Nosferatu have gone missing, so it's hurt the Sabbat.
They've gone missing now.
Disappeared.
Of course they did.
Pun
'Cause I-
intended.
Called their bluff.
Going to point out, Rourke, calling their bluff would not match the timeline that you have on their disappearance.
I'll keep that to myself. You did real good. You put the Sabbat on edge. Put them on their back foot. But you know what happens with the cornered animal?
Oh, I do know.
Okay.
I do know. They get desperate. And they get rambunctious. I know.
How are things with my wayward cousin, Mr. Rakosi?
Well, aside from being more cryptic than Hideo here, I would say he's okay. Confused as all get out about that field of blood, but we're all trying to figure that out.
Don't act like that's not y'all.
It is not. You're
You're
all
seen all around there.
trying to figure it out.
Can I do
Class.
a test? Can I do insight
Yeah.
or?
Of course you can. Go ahead and give
Also
me a,
like to do an insight check.
what do you want to do?
You
Wits,
don't believe me?
wits
with
insight?
with detect lies specialty.
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Such distrust.
Can I do intelligence insight? instead?
Sure. Wow, six with
with a crit.
6 with a crit. Nice roll from Gwen there. 3 from Rashad. Gwen, he's telling the truth, as far as you could tell.
Y'all don't know anything.
Oh. Like I said, Mr. Giovanni is trying to figure it out for us. We've sent some people. We thought it was something you were up to, trying to stir what's underneath.
Must admit I'm curious to what price you could have paid for my cousin's services.
No, I didn't pay anything. That's between the bishop and him. I find that talking to Giovanni is taxing in a way that I don't like. Too many big words, too many roundabout phrases, and they just get so hungry.
Death has its price.
Mm. That blood magic is costly, I hear. You've got a level head on your shoulders, though.
Perhaps I am merely young.
Cat steps away.
I guess that's my cue. You all have a good rest of your night. I'd like to go on record as saying that I have been nothing but honest and truthful and honorable in this situation. Maybe next time you'll be a little bit more trusting. Not put my
One
hands.
time doesn't make a pattern.
Yeah, I'm so glad you've changed as of right this moment.
Put my hands in my hoodie pockets and start walking out.
And Hideo
Bye.
looks to the group, even Kat's wandered off. Tell Katerina, and this applies to the rest of you as you were present and as part of the negotiations. If I am needed, write my name on a mirror. And I will come.
Why are we just being told this?
Because the deal was just struck.
Ah. Understood.
And he bows to you and then turns and heads back into the woods behind the amphitheater, behind the stage. As the coterie departs Elysia, I will turn it back over to the players as they're in the car afterwards.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I know family's real complicated, but I got a question.
What?
We gonna kill him at some point?
He's leaving.
Doesn't matter.
Did he say why he was leaving?
My grandmother ordered him to.
Well, I can say he probably was telling the truth about that squishy ground shit. Oh, excuse me.
Language Sunday.
I don't like him much. Anyway, despite the fact that most of the stuff that came out of his mouth was garbage, I did hear back about that place. And I don't think the Church of Decay knows what's going on either. All I heard was they keep sending folk to check it out.
I think it
Blood
might be
magic folk.
bigger than we thought. A mage can't even see it like you saw it, Rashad.
What
Something's
I've been able
blocking
to
it.
see, what I've been able to see, it is powering some sort of effect, a powerful one. This isn't my cousin, and if even the mages do not have control over it, I am concerned that the constant prodding is going to undo it.
I wonder, is your cousin strong enough to hide something like that, or is it naturally hidden?
Wait, Taylor, would I know approximately how old my cousin is? Would I
No,
have heard of
there'd
anything
have been
like that?
no indication.
It is difficult to know. Sure. He hasn't attacked me, so I can't confirm if he's much stronger or even older than myself. Just we assume so, though. He has not been killed for going against the family so far.
Is he really going against the family, or is this some kind of like halvesies feud?
It is impossible to know for sure, but according to the promise, we are officially neutral on all sectarian disagreements. Individual ones of us can do as we please, but the Sabbat has abused our neutrality in the past. He's doing something some elder instructed him to do, I could never be sure.
Would it
Always
be
somebody being bossy.
would it be of his own free will or forced to by an elder, do you think?
Our family doesn't really do free will, at least not truly. I can't say if he's being compelled, but There are many ways to make us do what they want us to do. I imagine it's similar for all of you and your plans. We do have some rules, and as far as I can tell, he has abided by them. One such agreement is a quid pro quo in honesty. He has not lied as far as I can tell. Don't think he has either angered anyone enough to be invested in his death or at least considers himself of the Giovanni.
So where does that leave us?
We have to go and deal with it. If the Nosferatu's disappearances are not related to politics, and it is related to this, whatever it is may be hungry, and eventually it'll come for us.
I mean, their disappearances could also be related to the Inquisition. They could be taking larger steps than previously.
Good.
And also, it seemed like something was going on under the ground there, so.
Terrified of whatever this magical effect is. Use a ley line and so much death, it could be catastrophic if it were to be unleashed on us.
What preparation do you think we need to do to be safe there if we were to go? Safe as much as we can, anyway.
Storyteller, do I have an answer for that?
You don't know how safe it would be, how safe you could get. If those are drones, you're not going to be attacked by the ghosts. But I will point out, Rourke said they had sent some of their own to investigate it. He didn't say their fates.
I cannot promise safety. If the Wraiths were going to attack us, they would have already. I think they are mindless, but the world of the truly dead is difficult. Ley lines even more so. It's possible we all killed upon seeing whatever it is. It's possible nothing happens.
So y'all got like kind of a lot of weird stuff going on here.
Is that a question or a statement?
I guess it was leading into a statement. No, maybe a question. I'm not the smart one here. But like, you think them ley lines are like calling stuff in? Like a spotlight or something?
I don't know if I don't know if it's so much as a direct call or more of things know that they're here anyway and know that there's power associated with them. People, things want ley lines and the power associated with them. So it's a chicken or the egg type of thing, I feel.
Power attracts power, as they say.
Well, honestly, besides poking at it, I don't have no other ideas.
Pat, do
What
you
do you
have any
think, Kat?
thoughts?
Not a one. Not a one. I'm going to be very real with you all. My motivation for everything, for coming here, was to hunt my brother. And then, after that, to hunt my grandmother.
It is his death
They have
you
endangered
want.
and murdered my family. I have no thoughts. None. I don't give a rat's ass who controls this city. I don't give a rat's ass if the cam takes it over or the Sabbat takes over the cam. I don't fucking care. I play by the rules because there's safety in numbers. I don't toe the line.
And the dragon? Do you care about that and what happens?
Look, if it wakes up, that's the end of everything. I don't know how to stop it. I don't have a fucking clue. Do I let that keep me up during the day? No. Because if that's going to wake up and that's my end, I will do what I can until that happens. I've mustered an army for the cam. I have given insight to the cam. I have damn near ensured their success against the Sabbat. And I just wanted one thing. Just one. So yeah, I don't have any ideas. Fuck them all.
Sana kind of like snakes a hand out to just touch her on the arm. And then pull it back. She doesn't know cat like that.
The minute's protections have ended. If you want to kill him, you merely have to say the word.
I mean, I didn't know all that, and I literally just offered. Cat, y'all have been real welcoming and friendly and just scooped me up and made me a part of your group, and that's really nice, but that goes both ways, you know? Your problems are my problems now. So if the city isn't taking care of you, that's what we're here for.
From what you've said, if your grandma knows about the dragon, knows what's here, I feel like she'll try and take advantage of that.
Oh no, she's terrified of it. She's terrified of it. When I had dreams of it as a ghoul, she told me to forget about it. She's terrified of it. Because she knows. She might be batshit crazy, but she knows that that's the end of everything. Why do you think I built that house way the fuck out?
I know why you did, and I'm not saying that's not the smart thing to do. I'm questioning whether how intelligent your grandmother is.
She's not stupid. She's crazy, but she's not stupid. Rakosis are known for their brilliance. Unfortunately, my brother was always the flower of the family, the blooming idiot. But we are a branch of the Obertus Revenants. We are the scholars, the scientists, the doctors. Brilliant. It's what we were made to be. She's a bit of a megalomaniac, but she's not stupid.
Does she know you hate her?
Oh yeah, she knows I hate her.
Well, it does make it harder.
I took her trophy. She knows I hate her. She had my brother as one of his first things he had to do when he was embraced by her. Kill our older sister. Skin her. And she mounted it like a trophy. I took that when I left New York, had it cremated, and her ashes are now in an urn next to our mother and father. I put out a call for any involved in this war, that I didn't care who did it, who killed my brother. I just wanted his ashes. So that at least when he's destroyed, I can have my brother back.
Your family don't deserve you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Of course.
So, forgive me, but I'm going to drop you all off and then I'm going home.
Let us know if you need anything.
I will.
So, as Kat drops everybody off, I think this is a good point, especially with this emotional scene. I got to do this. Table check, everybody. We're going to go to break. We will see everybody in 10 minutes. Please enjoy, 10 minutes, like 40 seconds. Please enjoy the music by Carlene. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, it was a meeting at Elysia between the coterie and Kat, specifically with her brother Rurik, who said he's out. Didn't specify what he's out of other than he's no longer going to be part of the fighting. He has given up on the Sabbat's ability to hold this city, obviously. But he also dropped a few other hints that the spider is losing control. The Nos have disappeared. The abomination, well, he knew nothing about that. And they know nothing about the blood-soaked field. But this, I guess, would have to be, I'm pretty sure Kat was not coming out of her house for that entire night.
Oh, no. She was probably screaming in her back 40.
Out in the middle of nowhere where she can. So this...
Let the rage consume you.
So this is the next night, which means this is the second night that there's no sign of Bo. And the coterie has gathered once again, this time to go and check out this blood-soaked field. And I'm going to turn it over to the players because you're on your way over to it. I'm pretty sure you didn't call any allies like, Johnny or anybody to come help you check out a bloody field. Though Johnny might decide to play rugby in it.
Honestly, Kat's like Let the Sabat fucking come. She needs to kill some things.
Let him try.
Let him try. Mm-hmm.
So I turn it over to the
Well, I
players
have-
in the car.
Do I have access to the Wraith tonight?
Depending on what you need it to do.
Everyone feeling all right?
Good to go.
I'll be honest, I don't know where Bo is.
What do you mean?
Really?
I was tracking his phone. It slowly walked away from the cemetery, or was on someone who was walking, you know what I mean, and got to apartments and disappeared. So I don't think he was kidnapped. But I have no
Apartments?
idea.
Did he say anything to you? Even?
No, he was going to pay his last respects to his father's grave.
Makes sense with where he was at to begin with.
Yeah.
He's
Um,
never like left everybody and not said anything before, has he?
Only when he was kidnapped by his brother.
Would he get kidnapped again?
Would that tracker work if the phone was dead?
The tracker would not work if the phone is off, lost signal,
Or lost battery?
or lost battery.
It's possible his phone just ran out of juice and he hasn't recharged it. But
Could be.
I'm a little interested about apartments. So after we're done with this place, let's go check out where he went.
Yeah, it was across the river, just north of the industrial park.
Okay.
Assist as well.
Yeah, we'll just check it out, see what's there. Because he's been staying at my place because he doesn't have a place. So.
Maybe he was looking at apartments.
Maybe he went home with someone.
That would be juicy.
Not from the cemetery, though.
Not from, well, I mean, some are into that, but.
Looks at Rashad.
Dates at the cemetery, but you know.
I assure you, we do not do that.
Are you sure? Are you sure none of your cousins do that?
Regardless, it is possible, but it does worry me he's not here tonight. He hasn't let anyone know. At least I haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
Well, quick new pact, if you don't mind, if we're just going to wander off and be by ourselves for a little bit, we'll just shoot a quick text, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, to be fair, he gave me Find My iPhone to where I could find his phone. So he did try.
I'll send him a text message to see if there's a response.
You get a sent notification.
It didn't bounce back, so should have received it. He may be busy with cooking something.
If you say so.
For a couple of days.
Glad I'm not the only one. Okay.
Regardless, I don't think we can do anything right now about it.
Well, we're here. Cat parks the car.
Once again, you're parked just down the street from
Mm-hmm.
the bloody section, or what you were told was the bloody section. Let me pull up. So I have it on the map here so I can go with it. You are parked once again in the parking lot of the Salon Juarez.
Okay.
Yep. Mary's Hair Salon and Barber Shop. It's right there.
Okay.
Just down the street from it.
We can go get our hair done afterwards.
Girls' night.
I've never had a girls' night before.
What?
What? Oh, we have to fix this.
Oh, yeah.
We totally have to fix this.
I don't.
I will leave you to it.
All right.
Wits awareness as you're walking. I know Kat likes to take half
I'm
of
only
those.
taking half because I'm not surging my wits.
Yeah. As you walk down the street, because you're in Sabat
There's
territory.
other people around me that will see shit. It's fine.
Concealed objects.
Sure.
Would ambushes?
Sure.
Or,
Ambushes applies to this one too.
would death specialty apply to this?
Sure. Why not? But double specialties don't help. But
It makes me feel better though. I
Yeah.
put it on the wrong spot.
Wow.
I got greedy. It wasn't worth it.
7 for Gwen. 7.
I'm on the willpower.
Dear
I'm on
God.
willpower. That's what happens when I don't surge. On my dice rolls. Sir.
7. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. You see, just double check something here real quick.
Gwen is seeing through time.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Gwen's
She don't have
observant as
eyes of the
fuck.
serpent. She has eyes of the back of the head.
This is what she does.
So as you all are walking down the street, and once again, you reach this, there used to be a building there. There's still one raggedy stone building with a roof that's, obviously partly caved in. Another building that has a tin roof that's more rust than tin. But other than that, the field looks empty. Are you stepping into the
It's the
field?
unseen.
Catwill.
Yep. Shot us all in the field.
As you step into the field, it's hard packed ground.
Sorry, did you say the pile of gravel was or was not still there?
Oh, there's still a pile of gravel there.
Cat's going to be approaching that.
I would like to use where the veil thins to check the veil. in this
Oh,
place.
good idea there. Let me see here. Is there a roll that goes with that one?
Yeah, it's intelligence and oblivion.
Okay. Let's see how you do. Seven with a crit.
That cut is a messy crit. Oh, let me roll.
Yes, I'm going to hit you with a compulsion over that one. You must find out why. The veil here is frayed beyond belief. You've never seen the veil this ragged. But because you had 7 with a crit, even if it is a messy crit, I will tell you, it seems the veil is, the lower and closer it gets to the ground, or maybe the underground, the more tattered the veil becomes.
Please make sure you mention that to Cat.
Shard will explain everything the storyteller just said while dropping to the ground and is going to start digging through the dirt with his fingers.
No need. And Cat is has roused for her Coldunic sorcery.
Mhm.
And she is going to, hang on, I need to calculate the meters.
European
Codunic
units.
sorcery, the only discipline where you need math.
Yeah, that's over 1,600 feet if I take 3 ag. So I am going to take 3 ag and
Ooh.
focus it down.
Okay. Damn. So as you cut yourself and you see her pull out her ritual knife once again.
And she literally slices open her forearm on her right arm. And no blood comes out, but it looks burned and eviscerated. And she literally will touch the ground right next to Rashad and focus her view down. And that will go 500 meters down.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
1,640 feet.
Now, you don't specialize in earth, do you?
Yes, I do.
Ah, okay. As you're focusing and listening to the earth and sharing your senses with the earth, you go down about 250 feet. And as you're passing down that far, first of all, there's a barrier of some kind that tries to slow you down, but it doesn't seem to work on the power you're using. But it doesn't, it resists, but you
push through it.
Push through it a little bit easily because of what you're doing. And as you're down about 250 feet, there's a chamber. And you realize as you're going down, blood has started to seep up between your fingers from the ground itself. Rashad, as you're digging, you're suddenly getting blood under your fingernails.
And Kat will say there's a chamber 250 feet down.
The chamber itself, even with your view of doing this, it's hazy and indistinct. You don't know why. Your best guess is...
If I use Eyes of the Beast, will it enhance my vision of what I'm seeing?
No, the reason it's hazy because you're in touch with the land is this isn't truly part of the land right there. It's almost as if it's another world.
It's like a different dimension.
What?
The hill. Someone has torn it asunder beneath us. Do you see any way down from here?
I'm going to scan out around it to see if there's any way
to
down.
the gravel pile and start like pulling things up, like take shovels to the gravel pile while she's looking, because she's assuming that
the gravel pile is not where an entrance is for you, Kat.
The gravel pile's not it.
There is an entrance that heads off to the west.
West of...
Angling up. With the range you have, it enters a section that is concreted over in the sewers. It looks like somebody had repaired the wall where it once busted through.
I can get us there.
There's nothing on this pile, just a random pile. Unfortunate.
Well, as far as you know, you're not a gangrel who tried to earth meld through it.
And then got ejected back up.
It's a trap.
Katarina, can I see your arm, please?
She passes it over.
I would like to try to heal the wound.
You're going to try to use Valerian?
If the dice will let me this time.
Intelligence, fortitude. Difficulty is 2.
How's this time?
And we'll see how you get. Six successes. That is 4 over the margin of 2, which means you can heal 1 aggravated wound. If you want to do a willpower, go ahead. Right now you got 1
I don't know
wound.
if I'm going to get this chance.
7? Nope, makes it 5. Still only 1 wound. But you can heal 1 of her wounds.
I heal 1 of the aggravated.
I will
That's
do.
a fun little trick.
How many rouse checks do I need to do to heal an aggravated?
3.
3?
Mhm.
Okay.
I will show you later, if possible, Sunday.
1. Oh. Not bad. You passed 2 out of the 3
2
rouse
out of the
checks.
3, so I'm down to only 1 ag.
1 ag.
I can function with that just fine. She's got
Oh, yeah.
plenty of health.
Got lots of health.
That's why she doesn't mind taking up to 3. When it gets into 4 or 5 ag, she's like, I don't need to see that far. It's fine.
So Kat is going to lead you all to the part of the sewer that she knows exactly where to take you.
Mm-hmm.
When you
It's
get there,
still active for her as she's traversing.
right,
Mm-hmm.
it'll
Before we
fade
get into the
soon. Well, it actually fades at the end of the night.
Right.
Before we get into the sewer, can I do unseen passage and?
Of course you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's said.
But Kat leads you to the spot on the wall. It's concrete, solid concrete.
All right. What do I got? Do I have anything that can knock through this?
I know somebody in the group that does.
Wrecker?
Wrecker will do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. Because I don't have that yet. It's on the list.
Wrecker will definitely do it.
Okay.
Let me see here what we got. Yep, the vampire can exert violent, indiscriminate force on a static object in order to shatter, smash, and destroy it. Yep. Its cost is free. It counts twice your potence rating when using the power to do it. So it's counted as you having 6 potence. Add your strength onto that, you're running the equivalent of 8 strength. You can literally punch right through the concrete and just tear it out barehanded. And it doesn't even cost you a rouse check. So you all see Sunday just fucking put her fist right through the concrete and just rip it out.
Excellent. And Kat's going to flip on Eyes of the Beast so she can see.
Oh, that too, for Gwen.
The tunnel beyond it is definitely not part of the sewer. This was hand carved through the rock.
Rhoda's just walking quite quickly.
I mean, you got a ways to go down. 250 feet's kind of a drop. It's a steep incline down, but it's got stairs carved in for you.
Yep, we'll go down.
And as you go further and further down, the air gets stale. It's clear that this has been sealed a while. The temperature gets warmer. You can hear somewhere the drip of water, because you do have the Missouri River not far away above you. As you go further and further
send
down,
my shadow ahead.
You send your shadow ahead?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And your shadow moves ahead in this darkness. Now, who can see in the dark and who can't? I'm just curious. Kat can see, Gwen can see, everybody else has to whip out cell phones. You get no signal, but you can
use the flashlight feature.
use the flashlight.
Just flashlight.
But as you get further and further down this tunnel, things begin to get weird for you. You know you're on stairs going straight ahead. For brief instances, it looks like there's a turn, but there's not. If you look behind you, there's no tunnel behind you sometimes. Other times, there's still a tunnel behind you, but the stairs are going down behind you.
Ignore the distractions. This is part of a labyrinth. And she just keeps following because she can sense where to go.
Just gonna like hook a fist around the back of Kat's shirt.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
That's pretty smart. She's the guide.
And Rashad, you can feel the difference where you're at. The veil is horribly tattered. You don't even have to use where the veil thins. You can feel it. And you come to a door. It's made of marble, of all damn things. Shouldn't be down here. But it is. Perfectly smooth, though the striations in the marble are blood red and pulsing.
That's kind of gross. Y'all.
Recognize any symbols?
There are
Don't
no
recognize any
symbols.
symbols on the wall.
None.
Does there appear to be like a way to open it or anything?
It doesn't have a handle, but you don't see hinges either. It may just push.
Can you look at this with like Sense the Unseen to see what kind of glow it has? Does anybody have
Sure.
Sense the Unseen?
Gwen can investigate it.
I do have Sense the Unseen I would like to use.
That's it.
Okay, resolve all specs. Does anyone want to
Arouse.
touch the red blood-looking marks in the
Not until we get hands on it first.
3? And for those in the viewers wondering, Rashad's already back to 4 hunger, just so you know.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
It hates me. I've only made 3 rounds.
Yeah. Sense the Unseen on it. There's something weird about the blood you see on there. It is blood, but not blood. There's no other way to describe it. It flickers in and out of your vision.
If you say that,
Blood.
okay, go ahead.
Blood or blood magic or something. I don't know much.
Okay, with that, she's like, I'm gonna need a few minutes. And she takes out of her bag supplies to do
Blood walk?
blood walk.
So you pull out a silver cup.
Yep, but she's not touching the blood herself.
You're just going to gather
She's
it?
going to take a spatula, not a spatula, like a tongue depressor to get a sample of the blood.
Now you got to fill it with blood,
Well,
which you keep doing it.
She'll do it with this thing. She's not touching it.
The blood is gathering in the cup. Now,
She's like, I'm not touching this shit.
the blood is going in the cup, but it doesn't match how much you're putting in. Only about half the blood you're putting in the cup actually stays in the cup.
Okay, well, she'll just keep doing it. Until
Right, but it does do it. Okay, so now you've got to roll a intelligence plus blood sorcery. Difficulty is equal to the ritual level plus 1. It's a level 1 ritual. So difficulty is 2. So intelligence, blood sorcery, difficulty 2. Y'all going to stand here for about an hour as she does it, because this one says it takes about an hour to do. 4?
Sunday looks so tempted to just touch the door.
I will.
Blood is visibly trembling.
Gwen's sitting very close to Kat, just watching what she's doing.
Damn. Okay, I tried to willpower, but it let me rouse for my surge because I did surge intelligence on that. Oof.
This is weird. This blood is not vampire. But it has an odd something to it. It is like a memory of blood, but still blood.
It is a memory of blood. but is also blood. It is not vampire, Vitae.
So like the blood in the field? Blood but not blood?
Do I know what that means for this context we are building?
Maybe like an occult world.
Yeah, give me an occult, intelligence occult. Yeah, I like that.
Because
Can I
Kat
do
has
that
no
as
occult.
well?
She needs to build that up.
Intelligence
My
My
occult. I like it.
intelligence would my intelligence would still be surged, correct?
Yeah. Five with a crit. Nice.
Oh.
Yes. All my crits are messy right now. This is good.
Could I do an intelligence medicine roll on this?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? 5 with a crit from Gwen.
No, it becomes
No,
7,
yeah, it's
right?
4, 7 with a crit.
Oh, I need a rouse.
Wow.
6 with a messy crit.
This is just a knowledge test. I'm not going to messy crit you on the knowledge test. I only messy critted Rashad because he was using a power when he had it happen. For you, Kat, this can't actually be blood. Blood doesn't have a memory. And I'll also point out, even blood that doesn't have a resonance at least has a hint of emotion of a resonance to it.
And it's flat.
And this is flat. Gwen, you don't have enough dealing with the veil, the shroud, unfortunately, even with that roll. But Rashad, the memory of a blood. That sounds like something much like the drones upstairs above you that reenact their memories over and over and over.
Similar to the ghost, the room that is a memory of one. Means someone was doing something here. They are likely still doing it. Does anyone want to go back?
Oh, hell no.
No, I'm super curious.
This blood it's like I said, it's like a memory of blood, but also blood, and it has nothing to it. Literally nothing. Like, I know sometimes we can get people like real juiced up and they make us able to do stuff, right? But it has nothing. Completely
We're
flat.
so excited.
Yeah. So literally Kat's gonna touch the fucking door to push it.
Okay. Hang on.
Sunday could be doing it at the same time. Okay.
Absolutely, just hands.
Just hands pushing the door. Like, what the fuck is in here?
Hang on, I gotta type something out. So when you push, it swings open. What you see on the other side is startling. The walls in here are both solid and crumbling at the same time. It's like they've been laid on top of each other, crumbled and solid at once. The whole room is like this.
Does Kat see any sign of the ley line?
No, the ley line is far above you. But, Kat, looking at your hand, it's desiccated, but not desiccated. As you look at your fellow vampires, you all look like corpses and yourselves, images superimposed on each other at the same time.
Rashad?
Blood is dripping from the ceiling.
Rashad, something Kat said reminded me of something. Have you ever heard of a Hokata who can drink ghosts, the essence of ghosts, like blood?
Stories. The Giovanni tried to kill. ancients of ours, and they were forced into the world of the dead. They found a way to survive on something.
That's what that reminds me of.
Do not drink anything. Those people lost everything. Their faces melted and they became skeletal. Don't know if that is the same for us now.
I wasn't planning on drinking it. My concern is more that there's something here or near here, like the dragon, but not.
It's gathering in a pool in the center of the room. Kat, you did not see the pool when you used your Kodunic to look down here. There was no pool. It wasn't right dripping blood either.
No. And she just looks at Rashad and says, is this part of the Shadowlands?
I can tell. It is difficult to enter for us. Thought I'd see this. Beautiful.
Is there any other like chambers off of this room, or is it just this chamber?
And just this chamber with the pool gathering. You didn't realize that the pool sloped, or the floor slightly sloped to make a pool right at the center. All the blood that drips down collects right at the pool. There's a path around the edge of it where you don't see the blood dripping. Seems to be dripping mainly from the center.
To inspect the blood without touching it.
Yeah, Kat's going to walk around the path to get a view from different angles.
Rashad, give me that willpower check, please. You're at 4 hunger.
Oh, I am.
You're going to drink the spooky blood. After you told us not to drink.
2.
I'm speed running being a harbinger. It's the whole
Two's
plan.
good enough at 4 hunger to avoid it. You want to drink the blood because you're hungry.
Y'all think we're the first people to be in here for a while?
There's no dust,
one
I will
else.
say that.
Yeah, I kind of think so. Because the Sabbat, they only have one possible Khuldoon, and she's not really working with them here. They wouldn't have known it was here.
Do I see any signs of another Giovanni having been here?
There's no symbols. Frankly, you don't know how in the hell the shroud is torn like it is right here without a way to sustain the tear, unless there's murders going on over and over. Or, based on your earlier roll, that line that stretched from here to the ley line, they're using the ley line to sustain the tear in the shroud.
I believe they are using the power of the ley line to keep this place open. This should be impossible.
Who's
This is
they?
what I don't know. This is a small scale version of what our family wants. Some.
I
You
wonder.
know how to close it?
Yeah, detach it from the ley line.
Like physically, because that seems the easiest, and I'm guessing that's not the answer.
That could work, but I don't know what would happen. It may be like a black hole from science. It may try to force everything into the Shadowlands all at once. It could explode. There are ritual ceremonies that could seal a breach, but I have not learned them.
If it's pulling power from the ley lines, it's fucking with the entire area.
could reach out to some of our elders. But once they know about this place, I could not stop them from whatever they wanted to do.
It seems to be getting enough attention so far.
There's a gurgling noise. Suddenly, the blood that's pooled up in the center of the room drains away as the blood stops dripping from the ceiling.
Is there something under us, Cat?
She looks down.
You can't. The ground
I'm kinda-
forces you not to look.
Now I'm kind of worried there's something drinking that down there.
The ground won't let me see.
Maybe it's not ground.
Or there's something more powerful than me underneath us.
Not gonna lie, if it's drinking blood out of a mystery room, then it's probably pretty powerful.
Do we see a way down? Is there a hole?
No.
Has this
Tried.
satisfied Rashad's compulsion?
I think this will satisfy his compulsion pretty well.
Okay.
How many super old things y'all said you had here again?
At least 3.
Do you know where they are?
Nope. But I have a suspicion, and she looks to the ground. At least for one of them.
Might be right.
I could attempt to peek into the future. But I am.
I wouldn't recommend
rather
doing it
hungry.
here. We don't know
Now's the
how
best
this
opportunity to
environment will
see.
affect it. How about we head back up?
I will say the longer this sits, whatever it is, will get more powerful. With
Yeah,
the
it's
hole in the
just-
shroud, it's continuously getting the blood, not blood.
Yep.
It's infinite.
That's why we need to pull it from the ley line. But I don't know how.
Do I see any way to perhaps slow the process down, storyteller?
No, but you'd have
My
to
infinite
research
knowledge.
that one. Ley lines is not something that Giovanni normally mess with. Tremere are known to mess with it. Kodoons are known to mess with it. Mages are known to mess with them because nodes are situated on them constantly.
I could look
Werewolves
into
as
it.
well, by the way.
Yep,
Karns are also on ley lines.
they are. They're on
Unless
conjunctions.
we want to put them bucket in the way. I don't think there's anything I can do now.
And probably just wrecking the place wouldn't be such a great idea.
I'm not so sure that it would change anything considering this is in 2 places at once.
Storyteller, can I use the binding fetter in here to see if there's any itty fetters? Anything that
Sure.
would count as a fetter?
Sure. No roll needed because the shroud is non-existent here. The rock around the room, stone that is crumbled but not crumbled, is full of fetters, pieces of fetters. Normally, a fetter that is broken is destroyed, but in this case, it seems, no, not here. All the stones around it have pieces of fetters in them.
I have an idea, though I cannot claim to know the consequences. This room seems to be made out of the things that connect the dead to our world. Might it be possible for me to compel it to stop, at least for a time?
I mean, that does sound fun, but also if it stops feeding whatever's down there, isn't that going to get real hungry?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's asleep, it needs blood to wake up, doesn't it?
But at the same time, they wake up when they get real hungry, too.
Risky either way.
Well, we for sure need to make sure nobody else finds this place.
Considering
sure.
how discombobulated it is getting here, I don't think that's a problem.
Except now you've wrecked the concrete. So there is a sewer path deck down here.
But once you get on the path, it's very discombobulating. If you don't have a Coldoon to guide you, you're likely to get lost.
Unless you know how the Shadowlands works.
Well, that's once you get to the room. Getting to the room, that's some other magic. That's magic even I don't know.
Gwen
Would
and
your-
Kat, please give me willpower rolls.
Oh, wow. Now my rolls fail me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I willpower a willpower roll?
Nope.
Didn't think
I
so.
got 2.
Gwen, you feel the urge to protect this site and its secrecy.
I think Sunday's right. Like, I think that we have to keep this on the down low. Especially if your family gets a hold of this, Rashad, what would they do?
Can't say for sure, but just like I can see the shroud, they will be. Now that we've opened the door, regardless of how confusing it is, they would send spirits down. Eventually, they'd find the correct path.
And it seems like someone at least is trying to recruit people who know what they're doing. So eventually, someone's going to stumble around. I don't know how soon that'll be, but
Storyteller.
Mhm.
With Rashad's knowledge, would he think it's possible to order the room to seal itself?
Whoever did this, does Rashad think he has the willpower to exceed the willpower of the one who did this?
50-50.
And Kat's gonna see this look on Rashad's face like he's just getting the worst fucking idea ever. And she's gonna be like, nope, nope, nope. We are getting out of here now. And she's gonna start pushing people out the door.
So, I guess player is a little confused on this. So, if the room wants to be protected, wouldn't it want it sealed so it can continue harvesting? So, as Kat ushers us all out, I imagine everyone's going.
Oh, yeah, because if she's got to, she'll turn into the dragon to do it. But
Yeah. Would that willpower or that inclination tell Gwen how to seal it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But do you all just climb back up the stairway? That sometimes
Did
is the
my
stairway
shadow
go in the
come
wrong
down?
direction, sometimes is the right direction.
Oh, did his shadow come back?
Did my
No,
shadow
your
make it
shadow
back?
disappeared.
Okay.
Gone.
Yeah.
So you're aware, he doesn't cast a shadow right now in the flashlights either.
Okay.
Rashad has no shadow at the moment.
We're going back up those stairs. I will see about getting some concrete to seal that wall back up.
Gwen's gonna like put the door back in place, or try to anyway.
She looks around and looks at Gwen. Did you feel something?
Yeah.
I did too, but
I
I
like
was
that
able
room.
to resist whatever urge it was giving me.
Feel what?
The urge it gave me was to get the fuck out, and that was what I wanted to do before. So it wasn't really a struggle.
You're having this conversation as you're walking out, right?
Cat's like trying to find the words. I'm going to have to talk to some people.
Okay.
Not here. And we get back up.
When you reach the top and reach where the concrete was broken, there's a rumbling sound. The earth begins to shake. An earthquake, it feels like, rippling through Kansas City, and you hear the tunnel behind you collapsing, crashing in on itself.
Yep. Up.
I thought about doing that.
Up.
Just as she's going.
Mad dash to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of earthquakes in Kansas City, by the way.
No, it's not on a fault line. Yeah. And so, yeah, basically, she's going to get everyone in the car and get away from that location. And then she's going to be like, yeah, that's not, I don't know why it's tied to the spirit lands. I don't know if that's something that Master Coldoons can do. But that's where the eldest is sleeping.
I mean, Rashad, you said that the eldest amongst y'all made it to the spirit realm and then drank spirits there to survive, right?
According to the stories, the original version of our clan, or the Cappadocians, their founder, according to legend, did something, and as a result, some of them were forced to flee into the undead lands. While in there, they drank either the spirits or they drank something, and over time, their skin fell away and they became like skeletons, similar to us, but
Look,
not the same.
Marcus Vitale, or whoever, has traveled through Shadowlands. It's something old ones, powerful ones, tied to oblivion can do. I don't know who set that up. But
whoever set it up is keeping it open. My train
I
of
don't think
thought-
they're keeping it open. I think my progenitor is. Because the Coldoons can tie to ley lines. Coldoons work with places of power that are tied to ley lines.
Do they work with Oblivion, though?
That's what I'm confused about.
My thought process is, what if it's not just your progenitor?
True.
That's my thought. That's where I was getting to.
That's a good idea.
It's possible, but I think it is more likely the place is moving. We've already seen reports of blood disappearing under the city before. If we assume that the Nosferatu going missing are a response to this thing's desire to eat, then we do not have much time. It will awaken soon. I think the only reason it didn't consume us is because we aren't strong enough, not old enough.
Or it knows we'll follow it. Thinks, anyway. Kat and I both felt it. Kat and I both kneeled.
Better to kneel at the devil you know than be killed by it. Morel said something to me when she was teaching me. She said the ancient's brother sent her here. Now, Morel, I was surprised to see her being aligned with Manuel. She has a reputation in the Sabbat. She guarded archbishops. It is possible another progenitor set that up.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking a Methuselah. I don't think we have multiple progenitors here. I really don't. If we did, none of this would matter. I think we have one progenitor and some Methuselah.
Storyteller, can I make a roll?
What would you like to roll on?
I'd like to roll if Rashad has heard the story of Cappadocius.
Oh, yes, you have. You don't have to roll. You are Giovanni.
You're Giovanni.
You
You're
have
propaganda.
You have heard the story of Cappadocius because you are descended from the one who betrayed Cappadocius.
It's possible that the eldest brother refers to Cappadocius.
Or it could be La Sombra. Both have that talent.
I cannot speak to the La Sombra, but Cappadocius wouldn't be fully us anymore. He'd be some sort of spirit. Would explain why the city hasn't already been destroyed. To have one who is asleep and the other who can only marginally interfere with the world.
Mm-hmm. If he's not here, truly.
Okay, so I
If
guess
it is
the
him.
question is he helping or trying to keep him in?
I don't know.
Probably varies by the day.
If it is Cappadocius, we may be able to recruit the rest of the family to help.
I will say,
There's
though,
more
that
than-
the feeding prevents it from rousing and eating everything in its path. What do you think happened to the Sabbat that went east? They woke up things they shouldn't have, and they were eaten.
if this problem is too big for us to deal with.
Exactly. That's why I said I need to tell people.
Maybe
I will let our elders know. I can't guarantee they won't. They will cooperate with us, but if anyone can deal with whatever that is, it would be them.
Do what you feel is right. What is it, Gwen?
is there any way that the dragon was trying to protect us? By telling us to leave and protect the area. If we were there, and there is Cappadocian as well.
Oh, it's highly possible. Highly possible. Have to use your
Story of
tools before you break
Cappadocia.
them.
Story of our founder is, at best, enigmatic. He wanted to be God or something. I don't know if he'd be more of a threat to us than the eldest or not.
Probably depends on the battlefield.
Yeah, did they have like some kind of beef back in the day?
I'm not old enough to comment on that sort of history, unfortunately.
I mean, it's kind of our nature to have beef.
After you've been around that long, it'd be really hard not to piss someone off. And we hold grudges. Even if they were friends in the beginning. It's a long history.
All right. So Kat's going to take them where this apartment was,
Okay.
north of the city.
Yep. You're heading over to the apartment she sends you over to is let me pull it back up here.
I imagine Gwen's riding shotgun.
Yeah, she has to direct you where you're going.
She's the GPS.
It's come here, you. It's called the Backyard Apartments at 1 North.
I think Gwen actually sets you up with the GPS like on your phone and sits in the back.
Okay.
She's processing.
Okay.
It's not a bad little place. It's not great because it's right by the train tracks, but it's not bad. It's not quite what you expected being by the train tracks. People are coming and going, even at this hour. You swear there's a party in one of the apartments because you can see a bunch of people on the balcony, a whole bunch of people moving inside the place. It's just an apartment building, though.
Well, much for parties?
Sometimes.
Do I see anything?
No. Nope. Just looks like a standard apartment building. It is the kind of place, I mean, there's so much activity even at this hour that Bo and somebody else wouldn't even be noticed and paid attention to if the person with him was known to be around here. You know, it's not like the kind of place where two people coming in the middle of the night or early, close to morning would raise suspicion. No, there's people in and out and moving through and
Would scan the crowd for all kind or attempt to see the future holds, but not sure how effective either would be.
oh, you're at 4 hungry. Let me get that premonition rouse check in that roll. Let's see if we can do the hat trick of hunger 5 again.
Why are we doing this? Nothing
Pray
wrong
there's no
with it.
drive-by.
I can do Sense the Beast. I can actually scan the crowd.
Alright, well,
Um,
we all want this. I can't do premonition.
got 2. Oh, actually, I'm not sure it actually did I need to roll 1 more. Okay, that didn't count. So, fine.
You don't sense any beast running around here. No, none of the people appear.
Okay.
You don't even feel any hostility. It seems like everybody's having a good old damn time.
Mm.
Even the ones not at the party.
Oh, that's suspicious. And Kat's like, everybody's having a very good time.
Be a good time for girls' night.
I don't think I'm really in the partying mood after that. Sorry, Sunday.
And Rashad did pass for
Yep.
premonition.
And as your eyes glaze over, you look for the future and events. You're in a cavern with 3 pillars. 2 of them seem intact. 1 is made of ivory. 1 is made of steel. The last one appears to be made of obsidian. And it is cracked all through, leaning at an angle, barely holding its side of the room up. Almost about to fall. And as you're looking, you see the pillar finally give way. And when it collapses, the torrent of blood begins to seep through the spot the roof was holding up. And you feel the ground shake as your vision returns to yourself.
We are out of time.
I mean, the night's still young. We could go to the party.
The 3rd pillar has fallen, and blood is about to be spilled. With my knowledge, would I know if there's any clan iconography that would be connected to those 3 marble, steel, and obsidian?
Do you describe it to the group?
Yes, in full detail.
Kat, you're connected to the Sabbat,
Mm-hmm.
the Friends of the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Sabbat has always associated itself with darkness, blackness. That is a black stone.
Yes, it is. The obsidian pillar is the Sabbat. The ivory one is the ivory tower. The steel? I don't know.
Would it be the Inquisition or the technocracy?
Could be.
So why is it a bad thing if the Sabbat pillar broke?
I'm so glad you asked.
It seems like the 3 of us together have been stopping something. And our war has removed the stopgap. You should have been pursuing peace, but it turns out, once again, our need for conflict will destroy something.
There is never peace with the Sabbat. Never. They do not give land to coexist. They do not see others as equals. There is no peace with the Sabbat. But of course, there is no peace with the ivory tower either. They backbite, undermine, and betray each other all the time.
You need to prepare for what comes next.
If it's the war that's been stopping whatever it is, it has to be fairly recent. I don't feel like any of these big things are recent. The war is relatively new. So what else has held the balance?
Possible that there were 3 people holding, one from the tower, one from, if we assume it is the mages, then one from them and one from the Sabbat. Now that person has left, was otherwise unable to continue.
Could it be the elders, whoever, whatever generation they are? One of them is from the Sabbat, one of them is from the tower. Like they're traditionally associated with clans from them. So it is a particular person, so to speak, associated with.
And one would
The
be
Sabbat or
independent.
Mm-hmm.
Because my progenitor never actually officially aligned with the Sabbat.
Would be the musicians. They said they were keeping something asleep.
I wonder if that means it's a Toreador for the tower. There's no way.
Do you know all the Toreador Methuselahs? They breed like guppies.
And in Kansas City? Really?
It's the middle of fucking nowhere.
I feel like it'd be too boring for a Toreador, but
One that's sleeping? Wants some peace and quiet?
maybe. But that means, does that mean the Cappadocian is waking up? If assuming that's what it is.
Cappadocians, they were aligned with the Camarilla
They were.
until the Giovanni usurped them.
Possible. I will reach out to them to see if they know anything of this.
Yeah, well. Portents and prophecies and stuff are intentionally confusing. Intentionally confusing. And you don't know if what you're doing is playing into it until after the shit happens. So, while I'm sure it's a valuable skill to have, I'll pass. My grandmother had fucking prophetic dreams. Led to me being a broodmare. Yeah. Because supposedly I was going to birth the next dragon.
You one of them illusion of free will people?
Yeah.
With all
Yeah.
paths to walk.
Birthing could be more than one thing, though.
Yeah. Oh, trust, I know. Didn't happen how she thought it would.
But I mean, you're here with the spirit of the dragon and the body of the dragon. There's problems with people being turned.
Yeah, there is.
You don't think. When did the problems with the turning stop or start?
About 8 months ago.
When did we get here? Or when did Kat
About
get
6 months ago.
here? Okay.
It happened around the time, didn't it happen? Something coincided with it. Was
Yeah, the river of blood in the sewers.
The river of blood in the sewers was around the time that embracing went wrong.
Seems like a lot of things might have gone wrong about then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if no one's going to crash the party to try to find Bo.
I mean, we could.
We can try. I just don't know how much good it'll do.
Starving.
You're always starving. Jesus. Okay, let's go drop him off to get some food.
And there's the coterie. It goes to deal with Rashad being hungry yet again. And the pillar has shattered. Once broken, twice broken. The trio shall fall. That was the very first stanza of the prophecy. And they have found a place where there's almost limitless blood.
Mm-hmm. Of a sort.
Of a sort. Probably not as nourishing as actual blood.
Yeah, but enough to knock the edge off.
With enough time.
We're going to end right here. This episode of Kansas City Domain Divided. Let me double check. It's episode 3, season 4, episode 3. Took me a second. I had to remember what episode we were on. Dear God. And I'd like to thank not just my players, our special guest player, Ravnos Archon, who was here as Rurik Rakosi. I'd like to thank him as well for showing up and jumping in on this. You know, he kind of tried to make peace, but I don't think that's in Katarina's vocabulary. I don't think forgiveness is a big word for her.
She said it, there's never peace with the Sabbat.
I'm sure it'll all end up fine. Because Kat's not agreed to shit with Hideo.
Not a goddamn thing.
For this episode, I'm going to give you all 4 XP tonight. Wow, I feel generous. Y'all found some fucked up shit. And somehow Rashad resisted yet again to drink the blood that he found in this field. We need to keep sending Rashad back to that field. Eventually, he's going to drink the blood. Just saying. Why not? So please, everyone, join us on our Discord. The cast of this show and all the other shows come from our Discord. So if you're on our Discord, you get to, you might get a chance to play with us. Because guess what? Even the guests come from Discord. All the shows come from the Discord. Plus, we do Zoom Hangouts when we're not streaming Friday and Saturday nights, which, right now we are streaming Friday and Saturday nights. So there's no time to do a Zoom Hangout. We do community non-stream games, not very often, let's be fair, because again, that requires days that we're not doing other stuff, and we don't have a lot of those around here. You want to catch our back episodes, not just this stream, of all our streams. We've got Changeling, we've got Mage, we've got Werewolf, we've got Demon, we've got an amazing Queen's Gambit series that if you haven't watched the Queen's Gambit series, you should check it out, because we had 5 amazing storytellers telling one story with a large cast of amazing players, and it was, a lot of fun, and it was Mama's first chance to storytell Vampire, and based on feedback from it, she did a damn good job, not just from her players, but from the viewers' point of view, so definitely, check our back episodes. And if you want to see D&D or Call of Cthulhu, or Pirates, go over to the London Esoteric Society's channel. That's where the 7 Seas that just ended is being posted up, and of course, the rest of what Tiss runs with us. If you want to see some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. Starting this time, we're going to start down here in the bottom corner with Sunday, Jen of Thieves.
Yeah. You can find me over at DMD RPG. Right now we are running a heavily house-ruled Werewolf 5th. And we are soon in the next couple of weeks going to be starting up an Everyday Heroes Ghostbusters. Because if someone asks if you're a god,
Well, Ray, you say
You
yes.
say yes.
That's right. That is always the answer. Whatever you do, don't think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, because that's just not right. It's not right. Rashad down there, tell me what you got going on.
At the moment, we are on break. However, the casting call for our new D&D campaign, The Golden Sands, has been posted. So you should go and check that out on our Discord because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it.
Is it going to involve somebody on that golden throne with his armor up there, trapped forever? Oh, no, that's Warhammer. Never mind. Red, what you got going on?
Hi, yeah, I occasionally stream on Sundays, which hopefully I will this Sunday unless my mic breaks again. I will be doing mini painting.
Hopefully your mic doesn't break again, because that always sucks when your mic breaks. I'm telling you. And of course, you want to see Ravnos Archon? He was here tonight as Rorik. He played that troublemaking scamp, as he would call him, of Kat's brother, who I don't think has managed to save himself yet.
Nope.
And of course, you can pop over to Junie Von S. She does Stitch and Bitch. She's also not only our werewolf storyteller, she also storytells on Saturday nights, tomorrow night, our Chicago Hidden City game. So you'll want to check her out too. If you want to get you some studio merch, go ahead and get some merch. I do advise the Camp Counselor t-shirts for Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would. Those are nice. So is the Red Rockets for Gaia.
Yeah, make sure you sign in so that you can be age verified, because some of our stuff has to be rated adult. Okay?
Yeah, the Red Rockets for Gaia, you might want to be careful wearing it out in public because people might understand the Red Rocket reference, which is a problem because it is that reference. And there's also no cowards here because, well, the werewolves had no cowards with that group, apparently. And of course, if you want to support the players, bits and donations. They go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you to show your thanks to the players. And if you want to give something to studio, hey, subscribe here on Twitch. Gets rid of the ads, thankfully, because the ads suck. Or you can pop over to KoFi, buy Mama a coffee. Mama always likes a coffee. Or, I understand money's tight, especially with prices of everything going up. I heard eggs are about to hit $9 a dozen. Actually, it has hit $9 a dozen in some places already. So here's a free way to support the studio. Pop over to YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. Hey, that's free. Costs nothing but 2 or 3 minutes of your time. You don't even have to watch the whole video. Just comment on it. And if the comment is Shanky's, a stingy storyteller with the XP, hey, that's still a comment. I'll take it. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for the schedule. Because guess what? We got games this week.
Yeah, we do. All right. So thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, there's no 3 p.m. stream tomorrow because Tissa's taking a break. Good for her. So at 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Junie is here running Vampire the Masquerade V5, Chicago Hidden City, set in 2010 in Chicago. We have removed Peterson from ruling, and Jackson is now on the throne. And we just recently basically mopped up the fucking Church of Cain in Joliet, Illinois. And now we're kind of dealing with the aftermath.
And nothing of value was lost.
And nothing of value was lost.
That's valid.
Yeah, and that we got some information from that because we were able to kill them and then loot their shit.
Remember, steal everything not nailed down. If it is nailed down, pry it up with a hammer, then steal it.
Yeah, so that's where we are tomorrow. So join us for that. And then on Wednesday, you can join us at 8 p.m. Eastern for Changeling the Dreaming Stained Glass, run by Maddox. Myself and Mischievous Red are in there doing the crazy face shit. Yes, I mean, my Aishu rode Blucifer.
Doesn't count unless you can ride him twice. Just saying.
Oh, she will catch him eventually and ride him a second time. But yeah. The big blue demon horse of Denver. Yeah, it's great.
Only in Changeling, everybody. Only in
But
Changeling.
no, we are really, we've got a lot of shit we're dealing with in that game, and everybody is working very well together to try to do solve some problems in the city and stuff. And it's really good. So check us out Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Thursday, Thursday, it is 8 p.m. Eastern. The third session of Delta Green. That is the final session of Delta Green, run by Timber Brad.
I'm still disappointed. I was promised murdered characters, and so far, nobody has died.
That's okay. The finale, they'll die.
Not even your Uwu has died.
Mischievous Red's also in that. Yeah, she's in like back-to-back games. Yep. And then, of course, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back here for the fourth session of this season of Kansas City, A Domain Divided, our Vampire V5 Modern Knights Chronicle.
I think next week I'm going to give them a relaxing episode because I think they've had enough stressful episodes this season so far. Girls' Night next week. That'll be part of it, okay? Yeah, Sunday's ready for it. I'm sure nothing can go wrong with a girls' night. Not with those three girls going out. Nothing better go wrong because it'll end poorly for whoever starts shit.
Poorly for whoever tries to test us. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bring Charlie with you. Just to make sure. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, I want to tell you mental health. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health seriously and take the mental health of others seriously. Please check in on those around you. Make sure they're okay because a lot of people aren't, especially given the state of the world at the moment. So please check in on them. And if you suffer from mental health issues, first of all, it's okay to not be okay. So that's just a fact. But I want you to reach out to your support network if you need help. And if you don't feel you can, or if you are in crisis, please look in chat right now. There's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be a professional on the other end of the line to help you out and to help you through it, because mental health is health, everybody. And we want you to take care of yourselves. It's important. And now I can turn it over oh, wait a minute. Nope, forgot one part. If you're not in the U.S. or you watch this on YouTube, go to findahelpline.com. Put in your country of origin to find out the support lines for your country. Because mental health is not just here in the U.S. Everywhere in the world, you need to take care of yourself, especially giving the whole world going to hell. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife so she can rain some fire and brimstone on people.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, again. And I'm McStabber, a registered nurse. I'm going to tell you, please take care of your health. Please. Right now, major federal organizations tied to health have been basically put on gag orders where they can't communicate things to outside providers and entities. And we've been removed from the World Health Organization. Fantastic. Again. Yeah. So yeah. And, yeah. So please take care of your health. Mentally, physically, all of it. Get your shots, get your get your fucking meds. Take care of yourself because it's about to be the Wild West, y'all.
Just remember, though, because of executive order, we are now all women.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. I mean, because if it's at conception, everyone's female at conception.
We're all women now, just so you know.
That's a biological fact. But yeah, so because differentiation doesn't happen at conception.
Now it takes like 6 or 7 weeks.
It takes like 6 or 7 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're all women now.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Yeah, the lesbian population has just increased dramatically. But
well, that may by one executive order, because I present male now, I'm trans.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Way to build more allies, right?
Yeah, but yeah. So seriously, take care of yourselves and please practice self-care. I know it's a lot right now, and please practice self-care. Please rest when you need to. Do something to find your joy in spite of everything if you can. Please take care of yourself. And lastly, if you contributed in any way to this bullshit we are all under now, this absolute fucking nightmare, by voting for it, voting third party, or abstaining when you could vote. Fuck off. Die in a fire, I don't fucking care. Said with all sincerity. Have a good night, y'all.
And I do thank everyone for coming. Good night, everybody.